Alright, so that the video on Able Danger sort of went a little bit longer than I expected, so I'm going to do a part two here. And I'm going to look at this one article here. It's basically the government's response or rebuttal to what all the whistleblowers are saying about Able Danger and how to identify data. So if you go here to I'm on the second page here. It basically names 4 claims, and then it gives their rebuttal. The first claim, that's the only one I'm going to cover. Claim 1: Atta and 3 other hijackers on Able Danger chart prior to 9/11. And then it goes on to say here, individuals who claim to have seen Mohammed Atta's name or picture on a pre-9/11 Able Danger chart may be recalling information associated with other individuals on one of the defense contractor's charts. The chart provided to the Able Danger program in January of 2000 depicted a Brooklyn cell comprised of individuals identified as terrorists and in some cases incarcerated because of their involvement in the 1993 World Trade Center attack and New York City landmarks plot. One of these individuals depicted on the chart arguably looked like Mohammed Atta. In addition, the chart contained names of Al-Qaeda associates that sounded like Atta, as well as numerous variations of the common Arab name Mohammed. The memories of these individuals also may have been influenced by seeing similar charts produced immediately after the 9/11 attacks by the same former employee of the defense contractor. The post-9/11 chart contained information about Mohammed Atta and the other 9/11 hijackers that was available publicly after the attacks. So basically, the government says these people, were mistaken. They confused people with other people. I don't buy it. Because, how do you do that? How do you confuse another person with another person? That's pretty hard to do, even if they are similar people. And these people are, obviously pretty high up in the government or pretty, they're doing a secret operation here. So obviously they got to know their shit. How would they mistake that? I don't buy it. I don't buy it, and it also, how would they confuse? Let me go back to that. It says the memories of these individuals also may have influenced by seeing similar charts produced immediately after the 9/11 attacks. So how would they confuse a chart that was produced after the attacks to a chart that they saw before the attacks? I mean, it's 2 different things. So I don't see how the connection fits in with that. And so you got multiple people speaking out against Able Danger. You got Weldon. Let me go back to these other 3 articles here on the whistleblowers. Weldon saying Able Danger identified Atta 13 times. You get other people, Specter, the Senate member from Pennsylvania, saying, yes, Able Danger did identify Mohammed Atta. You get people saying, yes, Mohammed Atta, the documents about Mohammed Atta were destroyed. And you get Colonel Schaefer's book being destroyed, and he wrote about Able Danger in there. 9,500 copies of it were bought by the government and destroyed. So you see, and also people who spoke out against Able Danger were not allowed to testify, or I think they were allowed to testify, it said in the articles, but their testimonies were distorted, or they attempted to intimidate them. And of course Schaefer, I'll go back to this one. Schaefer, I didn't really do a great job of covering the last part of this article because I was running out of time. But I will read it over again, I guess. So it says, as for retaliation against Schaefer, who said he lost his security clearance as a result of speaking out against Able Danger, Lappin said the investigation found that DIA officials did not reprise against Schaefer in either his civilian or military capacity for taking disclosures regarding Able Danger, or in a separate matter for his earlier disclosure to the DIA IG regarding alleged misconduct by DIA officials that was unrelated to Able Danger. Separately, Fox News has obtained a letter that challenges the Defense Department's claim. In October 2006, then Representative Christopher Shays, chairman of the Subcommittee on National Security, Emerging Threats and International Relations, wrote to Schaefer's supervisor, Major Glenn Albert Perkins, about the revocations of his clearance. Based on investigation of security clearance retaliation, it appears the Defense Intelligence Agency used the security clearance system in an improper manner against Schaefer and did not follow DoD security clearance guidelines. In this case, the letter stated the allegations used the DIA to justify pulling Schaefer's security clearance included the alleged misuse of a government cell phone in the amount of $67 and the alleged misfiling of a travel voucher for $180. These were not uniform code of military justice issues. There was no basis for punitive action and should be dealt with administratively. The decision cleared the way for Schaefer's promotion and his current good standing in the Army Reserve. So he was basically, punished for, they made up some bullshit reason. And then he ended up getting his job back. And now he's, they say he's good standing in the Army Reserve. And this was back in 06? Or no, this was 2010 actually. I believe he retired, he's retired now. I think I was looking him up on Wikipedia. And they said he was retired. So yeah, very interesting articles here. Look them up, people. And I know I said my videos would be a lot shorter than this, but it's very important that I cover every detail about this and don't leave anything out. Because 9/11 is just such an important issue. You don't, and I hate like in school, even Pearl Harbor we were talking about. Even my history teacher brought up Pearl Harbor and said, many people or some people believe that FDR just let it happen and had advanced knowledge of it. But you never hear anything about 9/11. You never hear people who speak out against 9/11. You do, obviously, but, it's just frowned upon. And I hate how it is. Like, I can't even fucking talk about this to, anybody, really. That 9/11 was an inside job. I don't want to tell anybody that because I'm afraid of what they'll think of me. And then, that's a sad world we live in where, speaking your opinion, and, you got tons of evidence. This is just a minor amount of evidence I have to back up my claims that 9/11 was an inside job. Yeah, people won't even look at this. So they're too busy being, manipulated by the government or not even paying attention to anything that's happening. But yeah, I'm afraid to tell people this because I'm afraid of getting, made fun of or, some shit like that. So yeah, I think 9/11 was an inside job. I have a lot of evidence to support it and back it up. And, it's just a shame though that if you speak out against 9/11, you get made fun of or, how that guy's crazy conspiracy theory. So I want to try to cover everything to absolutely 100% prove that 9/11, yes, was an inside job. And I think I'm doing a very good job of doing that. And this is just the pre-stuff before 9/11 too. We're not even getting into the meat of the problem here. We're just covering the outer rims. We're just looking at the programs before 9/11, that and the warnings, the President's Daily Brief, and also I'm going to look at, other false flag operations too. All is just a sort of a beginning to this 9/11 investigation. Then we're going to get into the actual events that occurred on the actual day of 9/11. So and then maybe look at stuff after 9/11. I don't know, but we'll definitely cover a lot of shit in this 9/11 video series. And if you have any recommendations to what I should cover, and always let me know because the 9/11 events are so complex and there's just so many elements about them. So let me know, like, is there any parts of the 9/11 events that you would like me to cover? So I think I'm gonna wrap this video up, and yeah, I mean, a lot of evidence here to support that Able Danger did identify Muhammad Atta and other terrorists involved in 9/11. So there you go, people.